Catholics in New Amsterdam welcomed the return of their parish priest last Sunday. Leon Susiran reports.
They were without a resident parish priest for 6 months. Everything, meetings, services, events, and other activities had to go on. Decisions still had to be made, and the work of the parish continued. But last Sunday, there was joy and celebration in the air. Roman Catholics of the Church of the Ascension in New Amsterdam celebrated the return of Father Michael Trier in fine style. For the church leaders and lay ministers, Sunday was more a day of when they could have breathed a sigh of relief from 6 months of managing the parish and even preparing Sunday sermons. Father Mike had to leave Guyana back in April for emergency health checkups in his homeland, Canada. The special Thanksgiving celebration last Sunday saw a nearly packed church as Father Mike expressed words of thanks to those who prayed for him during his checkups and surgery.
Well, I really have to say I am happy to be back, because when you're away, you miss everything. When I was in Canada, for medical reasons, there's not much else that you can do except wait for doctors or wait for an appointment and move through the different tests that they have. So all the time you're thinking about, getting back to Guyana, which was very much on my mind. And one of the things I was telling people earlier in church today, how much I appreciated their prayers. A prayer is a way of carrying you, and I really felt carried by the prayers of everybody. Secondly, you also end up praying for people back here, so this is my way of sort of staying connected by remembering them in my own prayers and looking forward to coming back. And so once I had my surgery for gallbladder, then I was only a few weeks away. So it's nice to really be back. I look forward to getting involved in the parish again and, the regular activities of parish life here. You miss it a lot.
He especially thanked Brother Leon Bucci, Sister Sherilyn Lalta, Brother Dennis Robinson, and Sister Lila De Silva, the lay leaders, for carrying on in his absence as if nothing had happened.
When you go to Canada, it's a very different setup for the church and for what goes on in society. Whereas here, I don't know, somehow it feels more down to earth. You get involved in people's lives and on the street, you kind of feel this is really more your home. And so I'm just kind of very glad to be back.
But whether it was through Skype, Facebook, or email, Father Mike was kept updated regularly about what was happening back in Guyana and in his parish.
I did appreciate seeing everybody's pictures on Facebook, both Anita as well as yourself, and all the different pictures from the church and community activities and things that were going on. So I was able to stay abreast of what was going on here, and certainly what I really missed was Guyana's Independence Day, because it was just happening at the time when I was leaving. And then the other big celebration here with Mother Teresa's canonization. I was hoping to be back for that as well. But anyway, I did see a little bit of it because of the connections with Skype and Facebook.
Several songs and prayers at the Thanksgiving Mass reflected the central theme of joy and thanks to God for bringing back Father Mike safe to New Amsterdam. Father Mike reflected on his time spent away from Guyana at the Scarborough Foreign Missionaries residence back in Toronto.
Well, yes, I did actually. I read a number of different books, sometimes spiritual books or just fun books to read, some adventure stories, things like that. I also did a little bit of reading on the history of Guyana. I just recently am finishing a book called Coolie Woman. The author is, her family name is Bahadur. She comes from Cumberland? Anyway, it's very interesting to hear about the history of indentured laborers. So I find it very helpful for me to understand even more kind of the life of people today, which evolved out of all of this.
DTV 8 wishes Father Mike all God's blessings for good health and a warm welcome back to Guyana. sumptuous breakfast was served under the parish house after Sunday's Mass. The parish is currently making preparations for its biggest annual event, the Grand Family Fun Fair, on Saturday, November 5th. For Channel 8 News, I am Leon Susaran.